Hey, it's your girl Fury. Welcome to my channel. Now in this video, I will not be using my webcam tonight. So, as your tour guide, know that I'm still going to cut up, so I hope you enjoy the show. We will be discussing how to get started with living off the grid 100% in The Sims 4. In my 21 years of playing this game, which, yeah, I'm telling my age here, it's definitely one of the most fulfilling, rewarding, and enjoyable ways of playing this game, but it's definitely one of the most stressful. It is a lot going on. These videos are going to be in parts because there are a lot of different moving parts that help pull off living off the grid 100%, okay? And we're going to start with Create a Sim. And we're going to use our girl Courtney to explain this segment, because in previous videos I've talked about how picking certain traits for your Sims to create a Sim help to assure your success depending on how you're playing the game, okay? So in this situation, I'll be selecting traits that are going to help with making my gameplay easier, like animal enthusiast. Okay, girl, calm down. The animal enthusiast description says, these Sims are obsessed with animals and will seek their company often. They will have an easier time caring for animals and getting closer to them. Honey, ain't that the truth? Let me tell you something. Building a relationship with your chickens, your llamas, your cows, it definitely is a process. But if you want to have high quality products like eggs, milk, and wool, you need to have a good relationship with your animals if you want to have good products, plain and simple. Also, when having positive interactions with your animals, like hugging a llama, gives you positive mood lifts. So if you're going to be doing it, you may as well reap the benefits from it, right? Now, green theme. The description reads, these Sims are happiest with living on a green street and will continuously work towards making their environment more eco-friendly. You get positive mood lists for like breathing clean air, for using your fabricator to create eco parts, from upgrading your devices like say your computer, your refrigerator, your shower, making your treadmill create power, just upgrading your stove so it doesn't require electricity. Just doing certain things like that is going to give you positive mood lists. And I mean, you're going to be doing it to help reduce your water bill, your utility costs, and to also get that pesky home inspector off your back. So you may as well get some positive mood lists from it, right? Do something to help your Sim, but also help your Sim's environment. There you go. Now, if I could only pick one trait, if I had a Sim living off the grid, it would be loves outdoors. Because your Sim gets positive mood lists from being outside. They love being outside. And at the end of the day, if you're going to be harvesting chickens, milking cows, shearing wool in your garden, fishing, then you may as well get positive mood lists out of doing it, because you're going to be outside all the time. Another benefit from it is if it's cold, let's say it's snowing outside or it's really, really cold, your Sim isn't going to be fazed by it, because at the end of the day, they love being outdoors regardless if it's sunny or if it's snow on the ground. They just happy to be there. Now, another thing that I like to do is select preferences. Like I go into the activities section and I select baking, cooking, fishing, gardening, handiness, even a little wellness, just for a little fun. Why would you select dislikes gardening if your Sim is going to be outside planting flowers and vegetables and stuff? You don't want your Sim to complain when they're cooking or in their feelings when you got them outside fishing, and now you got a whole problem on your hands. So select things that your Sim is going to be doing So they will like them and they'll get positive moods out of it. Help your sim help you. Now, for the rest of this video, we will be using our girl Lauren, who we just moved into this home in Glimmerbrook, in the world that comes with Realm of Magic, because you get a good sized house and you get ample yard space to be able to put a animal shed, chicken coops, grow a garden, have a dew collector, bee and insect boxes, and just various things that allow you to be able to live off of the grid without having everything all cluttered and on top of each other for under 20K. So let's go ahead and start with something that is definitely handy and also aesthetically pleasing. Getting rid of this wallpaper. This wallpaper for me is old and outdated. It's old-fashioned looking, but if you like it, I love it. It's also $7. You can go to the tile section and you can find tiles that are way cheaper than that, including this one that came with Parenthood. And you make a $110 profit off of updating your kitchen into something a little more modern and aesthetically pleasing. And the same goes for the bathroom. Just changing the wallpaper to the tiles saved me $70, and in my opinion it already looks way better. You can go to your objects by function section and go to the off the grid section, and it will give you a list of items that work off of the grid. For the purpose of this video, I will not be using my custom content except for with my Sims clothes. That's about it. So just because she got a case of the brokers and jokes does not mean that her bathroom has to look a mess. All of these options are in the off the grid section, so they do run without electricity or without water. She can flush the toilet, she can wash her hands and brush her teeth, and she can wash her behind, but the water is going to be lukewarm and she is probably not going to be too happy about it, but at least she'll be clean. So there you go. Alright, let's roll up in this kitchen real quick though. I'm going to give her a yum cooker. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. I love this refrigerator, the Refrigediza, because let's say your power goes out. You run out of power. What you can do is add ice to that refrigerator specifically, and it will keep your food stuff from spoiling. So if you have prepared dinner or you have perishable items like milk, cheese, or something that will expire over time, being able to add ice to the refrigerator helps to keep your items from going bad fast. Now they don't have a cute little sink that you can put in the cabinet, so we're just going to make that happen like that. So that's the kitchen. It ain't all that, but it's not bad looking for her first place and to be cheap, because we need to save as much money as we possibly can because we got a lot of spending to do. So let's get her a bed. I'm not going to get her this uncomfortable used futon. She needs to still be able to have a comfortable, good night's sleep. So we're going to get her an air mattress. And don't be over there laughing either, because a lot of people's first bed in their first place by themselves was an air mattress, okay? If your first bed was an air mattress, leave me a comment. So she has the kitchen, she has the bathroom. We're going to build the rest of her furniture. So she will be having her meals sitting on her bed until she has a dining room set, okay? So that's pretty much with the inside of the house. Sis is going to be roughing it for a little bit, but at least her place ain't bad looking. We'll change out this wallpaper later, but for now, we're going to move on to something that is definitely important. Giving this place power and water. Okay, so we're going to go into your venue info and we're going to click on traits panel. So from lot challenges, we're going to select off the grid, which basically turns your lot off from utilizing electricity and water. So you're going to have to generate your own to be able to function. Also select simple living because it means that you can only cook food that you have ingredients for. So that means you either need to catch it, grow it, or go to the shop and buy it to be able to cook it. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's actually really fun and it's not as hard as it sounds. I like to put my solar panels or my wind turbines on my roof. The reason why I like to put them on my roof is because they don't break. Your sim cannot get up on the roof and repair them. So they simply just don't break in the game. You're going to have a dew collector to be able to generate water. I like to use this because it has an eco footprint of green. Now if you want to be fancy, you can get one of those, but it causes negative influence on the environment instead of creates a positive eco footprint. So let's just go ahead and get us one of those. Bam. And now we're able to start generating some power and some water. As far as lot traits go, I like to add things like geothermal to lower my utilities, great soil. Since I'm going to be growing things, I like the soil to be great, and natural well to help lower my water bill. Okay, so that's pretty much that on supplying power. Now the last thing that I like to go in and do is go in surfaces. You have a cheap shelf called the Immaculate for like 45 bucks. You got some other ones, but they're not as aesthetically pleasing or of good size. And I put them in the house like so. And basically what I use them for is for lighting. To help reduce our energy costs, I do not like to use lights in my home. I like to use candles. So you can go to off the grid, hit lighting, and it'll give you a variety of things like oil lanterns, candles, and they're actually aesthetically pleasing. And they don't give you a whole bunch of lighting, but they give you enough that you can see. And it doesn't soak up your electricity, okay? So I just go and place them all around in the home. Sometimes I'll place one of these on the far corner so she still has counter space. I like to have a variety of them. Oh, the bedroom. Yes. Do you play with your walls up or do you play with your walls down, or half and half? I'm a half and half type of girl. Okay, so that's that. So now that we have 2,700 bucks, we're gonna go to the market and we're gonna go and buy some plants, because we need to get started on our garden and get a few items that we can cook with, so I can show you how you can live off of the grid and eat. On to the next section. Change your plans. I forgot something. The Gundock Home Recycler. Now this uses up some electricity, okay? But the benefits of having one of these is you can recycle things from your inventory, and you can go and use this home fabricator, and you can make furniture with it. You can also make things like eco pieces to be able to upgrade your shower so it doesn't utilize water, upgrade your refrigerator or your stove or your TV so it utilizes biofuel, to upgrade your treadmill so it generates power for you. Just different things that you can upgrade to help reduce its effects on the environment, help save you money, and also to get the eco inspector off your back, because they will pull up on you. Okay, I completely forgot to add that. So now that we broke and we only got 65 bucks to our name, let's go to the beach, and I'm gonna show you how you can hustle up some money without having any skills, without having a job, not having a clock to punch, and being on your off day and now you can't go and make money, and just any of those things that are working against you when you are struggling and rent is due on the next day. You ready? Okay, let's go. So now we are at Sulani, which is the world that comes with the island living pack. If you do not have it, you can also go to Willow Creek and go to the park and go and fish there, okay? But I do like to go to Sulani because if you look, you'll see certain things on the beach that are of value and you can resell them. You can also beach comb for seashells and things that oftentimes are of good value, and you can resell them and make some good coin off of it, okay? So going fishing allows you to be able to not have to have a 9 to 5 in the game to go make money. Because let's say you might need cash, but you're off for the next 2 days. What are you gonna do? Go fishing. Go beach combing. Beach combing does not require a whole bunch of skills to be able to find some pretty valuable stuff. You might get pooped on by a seagull, you know, but at the end of the day, you can still make some pretty decent cash. You can also gather water and take it back home. The quality and the safety of the water is a question, but at least you got water in your house. One thing about fishing is you acquire fishing skills really fast. When you first start out, you might not make anything. Like you might have trouble catching fish, but eventually you'll start building up the skills to catch fish that are of more value, okay? So we're gonna having sex. Y'all didn't see that. Let me close that out. Okay, so while she's here fishing, her turbines and her dew collector at home working and building up a surplus of electricity and power for her. So that's definitely a plus. I like to have them fish until their needs decay down to the yellow. And oftentimes they come back with a pretty decent amount of money. The thing about fishing is you can earn some money without having to have things to create skills with. Like, you don't need a computer to be able to research things. You don't need to have a art easel to be able to develop painting skill. You don't need to have a chess set to be able to develop logic. You just find some water and you stick your rod in it and go. And you build your fishing skills up pretty quickly. So, you can also get free fish. Because remember, we living off of the grid, and you need to have your ingredients to be able to cook certain things. Otherwise, you can't cook. So while she's here, she can fish and she'll have food to be able to cook. Win-win situation, in my opinion. Another thing about fishing is you can recycle these fish in the home recycler, and it gives you bits and pieces that you can use to be able to make furniture and home goods and things with electrical parts and whatnot. She even caught a crystal for $180. You better do it, Lauren. Lauren is making it happen. But it's starting to get late, so let's go ahead and just have her beach comb one last time. See if she can turn something up. Oh, okay. Gather some water. She found the Azasulani, valued at $550. Lauren, you my girl. Shout outs to Lauren. Let's send her home. She's had a good day. She even found some salmon to cook. That's what's up. Good job, Lauren. Let's give Lauren a round of applause, everybody. Yay! So when we get home, we're going to count out what she caught, and we're going to let her have a meal, get some rest, and then we're going to go work on our plants. Okay, so Lauren is back, and I wanted to show you something real quick before she fixes something to eat and get some rest. You can use your recycler, and you can recycle all the things that are in her inventory that you can recycle. And they'll give you bits and pieces that you're needed to use the fabricator. Since she's been gone from the house for so long and the power has been just generating and nobody has been using it, she's developed the surplus of power. Because this thing requires electricity. But she has $65. We're going to sell most of this, but we're going to keep some of the fish that she can use to cook with, because even though she doesn't have a whole bunch of cooking skill, she still can make something called fish on a stick for dinner. And it doesn't require using electricity. See? Fish on a stick. Also, if you look around your neighborhood, you can find like fruit trees, flower trees, and other stuff that you can use to make meals with or to plant and start your own garden with. So she has lemons, and now she can go in here and make a fruit salad with that lemons that she just harvested for free. Clean out spoiled food. I didn't know she had any food. Let's add ice. So we're gonna sit up here and do a little bit of cooking, and she's gonna have a good night's sleep, and then we are going to get up in the morning and start working on our garden so you can learn how to feed yourself and also make some money doing it. So while she's at the refrigerator, I'm going to show you how you add ice. So you just click on add ice, and we're going to cook. Let me see, what are we going to cook? Let's make some fruit salad. Okay, so we'll have her cook while we sit up here and sell some of these fish. We'll put the salmon, and we'll put the perch in the refrigerator. Some of these fish you can't cook. Okay, so we started out with 65 bucks. I don't know if you can cook the grouper. I'm pretty sure you can though. But yeah, we started out with $65, and we are almost 1,300 bucks more than what she left with. I feel like that was an extremely profitable fishing trip. What do you think? I think so. So we're gonna have Lauren eat. We're gonna have her get ready for bed, and then we will meet you at the garden shop so we can go purchase some plants and start working on our garden. Is it good, Lauren? No. Hey, it's your girl Lauren, reporting live from the Gnome's Arms in Hanford, Bagley, because they don't tell you that this is where you need to go to the shops and buy food and plants and stuff. Yeah. So we're gonna go to Miss Agnes Crumple Bottom. We go see Aunt Agnes, and we're gonna buy a few plants to go ahead and get our garden started. She always looks like she having a bad day. Okay, so we're gonna get what we can afford. They have different options for different plants. When you come, it's going to be a combination of the same things and also different varieties of plants. I'm definitely going to get some mushrooms, an onion. If I had the money, I would get an orchid, but we kind of broke. I'm going to get 2 roses and let's see what else we're going to buy. Let's scroll back up. Let's get some begonias. Yeah, we're going to get some begonias. And when we get our pockets up, we'll definitely come back and get some of those orchids. Having a really nice garden is a good hustle. Like, you can make thousands of dollars in a day if you work really hard and you build up a really good garden. It is an excellent hustle. So we got some fruit at the house. Did I get a potato? Nah, let's get a potato while we here. All right, so I think that's enough.
Kissing away. And a herb, your boy, boy, and a growl.
Another thing you can do is you could buy seeds from going to your phone, going to purchase gifts, gardening, and you can buy spring plants and summer plants also, because you want to make sure that you have enough plants for the next season also. You do not want to be caught with your pants down planting gardens and then you don't have anything coming in for that next season. Like, you don't want to do that. Let's go visit our good sis over here and we'll get a few groceries. So always have plants or seeds for the next season. Always do that. We got cheese at the house. We don't have any eggs yet, but we will soon. We'll get a little bit of flour. Let's get some parsley. Definitely have some sugar on hand. And that's it. So let's go back to the house and we'll get started on the garden, okay? Take them home, Lauren. Don't you start flirting with me and go home. Okay, so while we were gone, the bills have been delivered to the mailbox. Now, if we weren't living off the grid and lowering our electricity and our water bill, then we would be paying $265 a week. But since we are living off the grid and we're building power surplus and water surplus, we only got to pay $65 this week. Our bill information shows that we have been storing electricity and water to the point where we have enough that we can resell it. So we could sell now $92 and $109 straight to her pocket, just like that. Let's go ahead and pay that $65. And see, now we have 640 bucks. I told you, living off the grid, if you learn how to do it right, is some pretty good money. So we're going to go ahead and start working on this garden. So it is day 2 of 7 in spring. Roses are an excellent hustle. Now these are available for harvest in the summer and the fall. So we're just gonna like stick them back there somewhere. We're gonna open up our seasonal summer plants and our spring summer plants. And we're gonna put these eggs and flour and sugar in the refrigerator. Ignore her tampons. And we're gonna plant some of the things that she will be using to cook with, like mushrooms, potatoes, herbs. We're going to put the rest of the mushrooms in a refrigerator. The reason why we don't need to plant all of those mushrooms or all of the parsley is because on average you get a minimum of like 3 or 4 per plant. So she's not going to eat all that. Now, unless she has like a huge family and she's doing a ton of cooking, then okay. But since it's just her, she doesn't need much, you know. Oh no. She's used up the last set of power in the water. Probably because she sold it. Okay, so now we got our garden started. It does take a while for plants that you just planted in the ground to be ready for harvest. So keep that in mind when you are planting stuff for the next season. Try and get it done in a decent amount of time so when the next season comes, you don't have to wait forever for them to be ready to harvest. But anyways, so I went fishing and I came back with some pretty decent money, okay? So let's go ahead and buy an animal shed, and we're gonna start with a llama. I personally like to start with the llama first because it's easier to make money with the llama and it requires less work. So let's go ahead and get us a little white llama. Okay, I know she ain't trying to go to sleep. Girl, wake up. You got a llama to make friends with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and socialize with the llama, and we're gonna start building a relationship with our llama. Basically trying to be productive while our roses are still growing and other plants. You want to have a good relationship with your animals. And obviously this llama does not like her, but we're going to remedy that. They're going to be the best of friends eventually. See? See, he liked that. Mm-hmm.
Open.
See, he found my joke to be funny. Or it might be a she. I don't know. Let's give the llama a name. Cloudy. Okay, that'll work. And if you look, you'll notice that my friends meter, our relationship meter, will start to grow the more our relationship builds. Like, okay, calm down. So I'm just going to sit up here and socialize with the llama a little bit. And then I'm going to shear Cloudy's wool. And we can make some money off of them. I'm also going to buy a chicken coop. The thing about dealing with chickens is it takes a while for you to be able to have eggs made that are worth a lot of money to be able to make a real profit off of it. When it comes to dealing with the llama, on the other hand, girl, shear that llama. Why is you standing there looking crazy? Shear the llama, boo-boo. Look. You know what? Alright, I'm back. I had to reset her. I don't know what she had going on, but she needed to get it together. Ain't nobody got time to be fooling with her. Not when there's money to be made. Girl, shit that llama. Get him together. Alright, so she done sheared the llama. And she just made $210 off of llama wool. You'll be able to shear your llama once a day, and I'll probably make a video on how you can get different colors of llama wool to help you out. While we're here and we got a couple of dollars to spare, let's go ahead and get a chicken coop. And we'll get a Birdie's Bees box. And we'll also get a Mighty Mighty Home insect farm. We're gonna knock 3 birds out with 1 stone. Okay, so while we are waiting on our roses to be ready for harvesting, which will probably be tomorrow, we are going to start to build a relationship with our bees. One thing that you want to do is you really want to bond with your bees. Unfortunately, you can't do it while you're wearing a beekeeper suit. But if you build a good relationship with your bees, the better the relationship is, the better the honey. The same way with your llama, with your cow, with your chickens. So since we got $523, which isn't a whole lot, let's go ahead and at least get a set of birds. To be able to have eggs of any variety, you need to have a hen and a rooster. They can be any color that you want. That's up to you. So the hen goes for $150 and the rooster goes for $200. I don't know why the rooster costs more than the hen do, but I didn't make this game. We got a case of the brokers of jokes, so we only gonna drop $350 because we've been spending a little heavily lately. So now she got 2 chickens in a coop, and we're gonna continue building our relationship with these bees. Over here is the Mighty Might Home Insect Farm. I'm going to start out farming some grubs. The thing about this box is it allows you to farm insects, and you can collect things like beetle nuggets or cricket flour, things that you can use to create meals with if you are about eating crickets. Or you could collect biofuel. You use the biofuel on your showers, your sink, your toilet, your refrigerator, different things that use electricity or water utilities after you upgrade them with eco upgrade parts. You'll go to upgrade and you have different options of upgrading your devices. This one requires 4 eco upgrade parts. So Lauren would go and use the fabricator. She would make 4 upgrade parts, and she would upgrade her shower, and it would allow her to not have to use water at all, but she would use the biofuel that this produces. So let's go ahead and bond with our bees just a little bit more, and then we're going to start working on these chickens, and we'll see how our garden looks tomorrow. Everything should be ready for harvesting. So we're going to fast forward. We're going to get Lauren a good night's sleep, and we're going to see what surprises we have for us in the morning. Okay? Okay, y'all. It is 1:46 in the afternoon, and Lauren is up in her pajamas, and she ain't did anything but ate some eggs and toast because that's all she know how to cook. She got on her muumuu. Let me tell y'all something about these nightgowns. Back in the day, these nightgowns right here, those were those nightgowns that got men to pay the bills. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't sleep. Let's do a quick survey of what's going on. So Cloudy is definitely ready to be sheared. So let's go ahead and make that happen. The chicken coop is slightly dirty. And we also have some eggs that need to be harvested. Our relationship with our chickens have drastically improved, but I'm pretty sure that the quality of the egg won't be excellent as of yet. Now, the next harvest, it will probably be way better. Now, all of the roses are ready to be harvested. The bee box is not quite full yet, but the Mighty Mite Home Insect Farm with the grubs is hungry and it's ready to be harvested. And why is he looking in my window? Nasty. Filthy McNasty. Jeez. So I'm trying to get her on her game so she can make a couple dollars, because she only got $28 to her name right now. So let's go ahead and hatch one of these eggs. If you put a hatchable egg in the chicken coop, in 2 days you will have a baby chick. She's struggling for cash right now, so let's go ahead and sell this egg. The quality of it is normal. If it was an excellent quality egg, it would be valued at more, but I'll take that $10 and run with it. She has 8 roses that she just harvested. We could resell it for $232, but we are trying to build a garden, okay? So, since we're trying to build a garden, we are going to replant these roses. And they are going to start growing and they'll be ready for harvest again before spring is over, and again in the fall. And if you plant a good amount of flowers that of more expensive variety, you could definitely make a lot of money. I'm talking about you can make thousands of dollars in a day if you have some patience and some time on your hands. So she's just starting out, in between harvesting, selling power, and selling water back. Today she's made $300 off of her land without having to go fishing. Eventually she will start making a lot more money as her property develops, as she grows more flowers, as she has more bees. Let's go ahead and harvest the bees. You can collect beeswax, you can collect honey. It's partially full, but we'll go ahead and harvest that while we're at it. When the quality is good, the price is going to go up. So let's see how much she brought in. Okay, so she got 2 jars. Each one is $61, so she just made $122 off of that. And the beeswax, it's always the same quality. So that is $16 right there. So look, she done made almost $450 today. Oh, we got another egg. Let's collect that last egg real quick before we wrap things up. Now, in the next video that I'll be doing in regards to living off of the grid, we'll be talking about how to make money with living off the grid by selling utilities more in depth. Okay, so see, this egg quality is excellent. That's what's up, Laura. Good job, baby. $15. Yeah, so she's made $450 today with this little whack farm of hers. So we're going to work on developing this farm, and Lauren will be back for round 2 in the next Living Off the Grid video, where we're going to discuss how to use the fabricator to make furniture, and also how to make items for your home that aren't listed in the fabricator. How to make money with living off of the grid by selling electricity, selling water more in depth, how to really build up your garden, how to use the biofuel, how to upgrade your appliances so they do not use electricity or water, and how to do things like upgrade a treadmill so that you can have electricity from it. All types of stuff that is going to be in the next video, so please stick around. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I would love to have you here. Like, just thank you so much for even watching this. You are a champ for watching this and for checking out all my other videos. I appreciate you so much for that, but do stick around because I have a lot more in the works. My next video that I'm actually working on is for my cousin. She made a rap career for The Sims 4. It's available on her Patreon. Let me tell you something. It is crazy. I volunteered to make the video for her just so y'all can see this mess. It also produced my richest sim ever in the history of me playing the game. Go visit her Patreon. I'm putting a link in the description. She worked really hard on it. She's very talented. So I wanted to make a video to show y'all this rap career. And then I'll get back to my old McDonald, Dr. Doolittle, Farmville type videos about how to live off the grid 100% and make an excellent killing at it, okay? Get on the Discord, hit my website, follow me on social media, but make sure you like this video and subscribe, because when you like this video, it helps to show my content to other simmers like yourself. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Stay safe. So. That was great.